Welcome back to The Explainer, everyone. Okay, let's dive into this, because if you clicked on this, chances are you're staring at a screen right now, looking at a specific number, and just feeling that heavy, sinking weight in your stomach. The CAT results are out, the percentiles are calculated, and, well, maybe things didn't go exactly the way you'd envisioned, right? But listen, you are not alone in this. Literally every single year, brilliant, highly driven students find themselves staring at a score that feels like a massive closed door. But I'm here to show you exactly why that's just an illusion. Today, we're completely tearing up the script on what a successful MBA journey actually looks like, and we're going to look at the hard data that proves your journey is absolutely far from over.
Section 1. The 95 percentile myth. Moving beyond the magical number.
Be honest, have you been asking yourself this exact question today? Okay, I got an 88. Or a 90. I barely scraped a 92. Is it over? Should I just pack it all up and stick with my old job? You know, it's so incredibly easy to let that panic set in. To let one single exam, taken on one random Sunday morning, completely dictate your sense of self-worth and your entire career trajectory. You've spent months, maybe even years, grinding through mock exams, crunching data, sacrificing your weekends, and missing that arbitrary 95th percentile mark? It feels like an absolute crushing defeat. I totally get the exact panic you might be feeling right now. But let this really sink in for a second. 95th percentile is not the end of the road. I'm going to say that again, and I mean it with absolute authority. That one single number does not invalidate all your hard work. It doesn't mean you aren't smart enough, and it definitely does not mean your MBA dreams are finished. No way. The whole landscape of management education is vastly more nuanced, dynamic, and frankly, way more expansive than one top-tier cutoff line. If you're willing to just pivot for a moment and look at the actual data, you are going to realize just how much power you actually still hold. Section 2. CAT hopes are not lost. Opportunities still available with your current score.
Look, the IIM tag, it is not out of reach. Take the CAP 2026, for example, the common admission process, for example. The qualifying cutoff for general candidates for newer, incredibly fast-growing institutions like IIM Bodh Gaya, IIM Jammu, and IIM Sirmaur is 90 percentile. These are phenomenal institutes, guys. They've got excellent faculty, and their alumni networks are growing like wildfire. And it gets better. IIM Bodh Gaya, for instance, has certain specialized management programs that actually have even lower qualifying cutoffs. Oh, and don't forget the IITs. Several other IIMs and those prestigious IIT management programs have their own entirely unique criteria. Criteria that might actually favor your specific academic background way more than just a pure percentile score. So your current CAT score, it's still a golden ticket. You just need to figure out which specific doors it unlocks.
Section 3. Top alternative MBA exams, expanding your horizons beyond the CAT. Let's move to this and see how this builds. Okay, so if the CAT didn't go your way, there is still massive, massive optimism in the other heavy hitters you can target. Through the X8, you're looking at XLRI. I mean, that is literally one of the absolute most prestigious HR and management institutions in the entire country. You've also got access to XIMB, IMT, and MICA, especially for those of you leaning into marketing and communications. And then there's the SNAP exam. This unlocks the whole symbiosis universe. We are talking SIBM Pune, SCMHRD, SIIB, and SIBM Bengaluru. These are B schools that consistently rank right at the very top, offering incredible placements and just massive corporate networks.
And guess what? The list keeps going. The NMAT opens up doors to the NMIMS campuses, Mumbai, Bengaluru, Hyderabad, and Indore. NMIMS Mumbai is an absolute powerhouse right in the corporate capital of the country. And then we have the CMAT. A strong CMAT score puts you squarely in the running for JBIMS Mumbai, which, is often referred to as the CEO factory of India, as well as Great Lakes, KJ Somaiya, BIMTECH, and honestly, dozens of other extremely reputable B schools. The landscape here is massive. The sheer volume of top-tier seats available through XAT, SNAP, NMAT, and CMAT just proves that your MBA dream is very much alive and kicking. You just got to pivot your prep and lock in on the next target.
Section 4. The power of your profile. You are more than a test score.
Now, what's really interesting about this whole evaluation process is the actual formula used by admissions committees. Your options change dramatically based on a holistic combination of factors. It's not just step 2, your CAT percentile and your sectionals. No, it starts way back at step 1, your core academics and your category. A solid, consistent academic record is highly, highly valued. Then think about step 3, work experience and career goals. Let's say you've got 2 or 3 years of solid work experience, a super clear vision for your career, and strong communication skills. That can powerfully offset a slightly lower exam percentile. Seriously, admissions committees want diverse, experienced cohorts. They don't just want test-taking robots. A 90 percentile candidate with incredible real-world experience and a compelling story is very often chosen over a 98 percentile candidate who has 0 real-world experience and totally bombs the interview. You've got to leverage all 3 of these steps to build your own compelling narrative.
Section 5. Reframing your MBA journey. Changing the questions you ask yourself. Look, I want you to permanently delete this first question from your brain. I got an 88 or a 90 or a 92. Is it over? Just scratch that. That is a total dead-end question, and it's completely driven by panic. Instead, we're going to pivot to a new mindset. I want you to start asking, what is the best college I can target with my profile? Do you see the difference there? That first question is just a passive acceptance of defeat based on exactly one variable. But the second question, that is active. It's strategic, it's empowering. It takes into account your exams, your work experience, your academics, and your goals, and it tasks you with finding the absolute optimal match. And let me tell you, that right there is the mindset of a truly successful MBA candidate.
I really want to reiterate this clearly because I know someone out there needs to hear it today. 1 percentile does not define your MBA journey. It just doesn't. It is simply a speed bump. It's a redirect. Your career is going to span decades, and it's going to be filled with vastly more complex challenges than filling out bubbles on a multiple-choice test. Honestly, how you strategize, how you pivot, and how you move forward right now, that is actually the truest test of your management potential.
So, the crucial point here as you go out and research these alternatives is understanding this. A qualifying cutoff does not equal the actual call or admission cutoff. Just because a school says their qualifying cutoff is 90 doesn't automatically guarantee you a call if you get a 91. And conversely, and this is important, it doesn't mean you're totally out of the running for a final seat if your overall profile really shines in their specific shortlisting process. Every single institute evaluates that unique mix of test scores, academics, and work experience a little differently. It's like a giant puzzle. Your job now is to research their specific criteria and find the exact institutions where your unique profile is going to be the strongest possible asset.
So the data is crystal clear. The IIMs are absolutely still in play, brilliant top-tier private institutions accessible through XAT, SNAP, NMAT, and CMAT are literally waiting for you. Your holistic profile holds immense power. The only thing left to decide is what you're going to do next. How will you strategize your next move to find the best college for your profile? It's time to stop mourning that 95th percentile myth, start analyzing the incredible options sitting right in front of you, and go get that MBA. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, guys. Keep strategizing, keep pushing, and I'll see you on the next one.